Daisy had Maisie by Dr. Seuss. It's hard to believe such a thing to be true. I hope such a thing never happens to you. It happened, they say, to poor Maisie McGrew. It happened like this.
She was sitting one day at her desk in her school in her usual way, and she felt a small twitch on the top of her head.
So Maisie looked up, and she almost fell dead. Something peculiar was going on there. Daisy was sprouting right out of her hair.
Behind her was sitting Herman Bush Strudel.
This looks like a daisy up here on her noodle. Why, it doesn't make sense. It couldn't be so. A noodle's no place for a daisy to grow. Then up spoke another boy, Einstein Van Tass, the brightest young man in the whole world.
It's a very odd place to be sprouting a daisy, but nevertheless, one is growing on Maisie.
Hey, look it, said Bud. Miss Nature, the teacher, came rushing up quick.
Such nonsense. Some child is playing a trick. Which one of you boys stuck that thing in her hair? You know a daisy could never grow there.
But teacher,
said Butch.
I saw something right out of her head with my very own eyes. Just give it a yank if you think I tell lies. But Miss Nature had heard quite enough of this talk.
Maisie, hold still. Let me get at that stuff.
Ouch! Hollered Maisie. Quit yanking!
Butch said.
You're giving her pain. I bet those roots go way down in her brain. Kids in the class started shouting like crazy. Daisy head! Daisy head! Daisy head! Daisy!
Children, be quiet. Good grief and a laugh.
Miss Nature was shocked by the noise in the class.
I've taught this room 20 years, maybe more. I've never seen anything like this before. I'll have to report it. You'll just have to come to the principal's office and show Mr. Grum.
Now the principal, good Mr. Gregory Grum, was a very nice man, just as smart as he came. He knew more than anyone else in this nation about long division and multiplication. He knew all the answers, why oceans are deep, why skies are so high, and why mountains are steep. He should have the answer to this thing on Maisie.
My word!
He declared.
It's a genuine daisy. I've seen them quite often in fields growing wild, but never before on the head of a child. Now what in the world ever made this thing sprout? I have no idea, but I'm going to find out. It says here, it says, daisies grow on the land. They grow in rocks, they grow also in sand. It mentions up here that they grow in a pot, but it mentions the head of a girl, it does not. Daisies, it says, sometimes grow in Alaska. Also in Missouri, Rhode Island, Nebraska. They grow in Japan and in Spain and Peru, in India, France, and in Idaho too. They grow in South Boston and also in Rome. But why should they be growing on this little girl's stone?
Say, lick it.
It's wilted. It's drooping. How wonderful, Maisie. It soon will be dead. You'll be rid of that daisy. In just a few minutes, our troubles will pass,
Declared Mr. Grum.
Take her back to the class.
Then the principal was gone, and it was a terrible sight. The daisy was dying, and that was all right. But the daisy was part for Maisie McGrew, and Maisie was starting to wilt away too.
Teacher,
Said Grum.
you know what I think? They're both going to die. Hurry, bring her in. That daisy, that girl's the worst problem in town. You take her away and you make her lie down. You lock her up tight in that room down the hall. There are quite a few numbers that I've got to call. Get Maisie's parents on the end of the line. I need you here quickly while there's still time.
On the phone, Maisie's mom asked.
What's all this fuss? Then, goodness to Betsy, I'll catch the next bug. A collar is shoe store, Mr. McGrew. Hands while holding a customer's shoe.
Yes, this is... Oh no, I really must go.
A doctor should see her.
The principal said.
Extra on pants like the one on her head.
So I called Dr. Einsberg, she said.
What a trick! My stethoscope's packed, I'll be there in a tick.
Wait, Doc, said his patient. I'll come along too. My brother's a vet. He'll know this, McGrew.
When he heard pinch the horse, grabbed for his shears.
I'll be there just as soon as my truck can shift gears.
Meanwhile, poor Maisie lay down on the couch. The daisies were down in its leaves and slouch. But the window was open because it was warm, and the sweet-smelling daisy attracted a swarm of bees.
Buzz! Bees! Bees!
The faster she ran, the faster they flew. So Maisie kept running. What else could she do? She attempted to hide behind Officer Thatcher, who comes out of his hat and a bumblebee. The bee took his hat.
disappeared.
Behind her came charging Mr. McGrew, chased by a customer chasing his shoe, which of course Dr. Eisenbart too. Dr. Eisenbart's patient and Mrs. McGrew.
Then through the window, opposite Thatcher, was standing big trucks with a beach for the captain. She emerged to the floor and aspired. The Daisy so big, taller, and fatter. My poor little daughter, the Daisy, it's true. I'm going to faint.
Cried Mrs. McGrew. Tut, tut, said the florist.
Just because of the daisy between her two ears, I'll snip it right off with my sharp-turning shears.
Said Dr. Eisenbart.
She's my patient. Don't touch her. You must stand apart. We have to have room.
Said Dr. Eisenbart.
I think that Daisy and her plan help me get a research grant. Then the door opens wide and the mayor steps inside. Beautiful greetings, there was nothing there. His best upon speeches, chock full of hot air. I promised my friends that I'm reelected. This Daisy had made you be disconnected. Laws of her father are simple and sound. They belong and stand the ground. The rest are illegal. We'll bar them from town. The vacuum of life, sometimes loud, sometimes slick. But we are a deal to renew every trick.
You curling? I represent young what's-his-name. And others. Now I'm sure. Amazing. You're so special. Your talent is a wondrous thing. Unique in all the ways. Daisy had Maisie spelled out in right letters. We'll tell kids for the day and parents at night. Daisy had Maisie, you got it. Just sit right here and face contrast. You the first time too.
Her mother said.
Maisie, don't be a fool. And the principal begged her not to please school, but Maisie didn't stop to blink. She signed her name as thing for thing. And the Daisy signed too. Daisy had people who was perfect in the nation. It had quickly become a well-liked sensation. Daisy had burgers and Daisy had drinks. Daisy had stockings and Daisy had sinks. Daisy had buttons and Daisy had bows. Daisy is famous as Scott shows.
Fame had knocked on Maisie's door. Now she had it all, and more. Piles of money stacked in pens. But what is money without friends? A dream had led her far astray, and that was the price she had to pay.
These McGrew ran night and day. Nowhere to go, nowhere to stay. But she was sure that everyone must have written her off and torn the sky. Over and over again in her head, these the words poor Maisie said. Nobody loved me. I can never go home. I can never go home. Nobody loved her, poor Maisie McGrew. It's hard to believe such a thing to be true. Maybe that's why then this Daisy above, Maisie below began talking loud. Well, yeah, no, nothing. When love is in doubt, the job of a Daisy is try and find out.
They love her. They love her not. They love her. They love her not. Don't worry, Maisie. They love you.
They love me. Well, that's how it all happened. The thing went away, and Mr. McGrew was quite happy today. After studies were doing just great in all these subjects, moved on grade. And concerning that Daisy, you knew that it never grew out of the top of her head again, ever.
Well, it practically never popped out there again. Excepting occasionally, just now and then.